this position, and you're talking here not to convince us to actually choose you, but to show us the potential our community has, and it's beautiful. I would like to just thank you for this. Thank you.
Hi, Maciej Nowolski, jestem chwilami also. Assuming you successfully another team of IT team, what projects and improvements would you like to implement with them?
Definitely, yes, on websites. I think, okay, it doesn't matter what I think, but like, how to put it in words? Each section should have an opportunity to have a website, and then the local boards can decide if they want to go with it or not. So, as we already heard today from Asha, there are like things with websites going on and they're progressing. I think this would be the main IT thing I would work on and continue working on to provide those websites to the ESN local sections. And then surely ESNPT, updating the materials, making sure they're working.
I just want to clarify, the thing that you're working on, it's not actually a website, it's going to be managed by the sections itself. It's going to be managed by ESN Poland, so it's not going to be added to the section, they're not going to have it back. It's going to be managed fully by ESN Poland.
Thank you, and I have a second question. What type of trainings would you prioritize for local sections for PR groups?
Okay. First of all, it's a basic one. Then, besides visual identity, I would love to do something about how to create quality content because, from my background, I grew up surrounded by visuals, graphics, because my parents were photographers. So since I was a kid, I had this visuals, good quality all around me. So for me, it comes to me very natural that I see those things. And the trainings, how to do pictures, how to actually make things look good, and how to create the things we want to say by good quality content, but also even like tell people what are the proportions you should have in a picture. What are the, I struggle to say it in English, but what type of templates you should use to actually get the attention.
Has finished.
Hi, Anya and B. So my question is a follow-up question to what you said before. So if I understood correctly, is that you would like to post on our social media, also LinkedIn, but also others, content from our national assemblies or like meetings that we actually have. So considering our main priority are the international students and people that observe us are international students, but also stakeholders, what would be the message from recording us during the national assemblies, for example?
Okay, I don't think LinkedIn as the media which would be focused on Erasmus students, because Erasmus students can be easily reached through Instagram, maybe Facebook, but I don't think for LinkedIn. I don't see this field here, so I would definitely put LinkedIn as the media for ESNers. Because it's Polish, it would be, not the Polish content, but if you would get any advantage from it, then it would be by ESNers on the Polish market or European market, so LinkedIn would be focused on us.
Okay, my second question is regarding more resident portfolios of education, mobility, urban generation. So what are your ideas for campaigns, posts, basically content in this area?
Yeah, for sure there would be some campaigns relating those topics, and there should be because it's a very important one. And I would talk to a future president to see the vision because it's their field, so I would want to understand what's their vision, and then I would implement it on Instagram posts or maybe LinkedIn because that's the topic that can be actually used in LinkedIn as well. I would have to understand the vision of a president and then make it happen through the visuals.
Maya and B. the person, let's say, typically applying for a communication manager. So my question is kind of on the way, how does your experience make you more either suitable or gives a different perspective into the role of the communication manager in your opinion?
Okay, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I think I'm a person that likes to have processes. I think projects should be made into processes because then it makes it more sustainable in terms of energy, time, and I think my perspective is very analytical, but at the same time, I have this visual side, like visual understandings with aesthetics. So I think with combination of that both, it gives me a lot of like strategical thinking that I think our PR community, PR group, PR communication strategy really needs the analytical part.
Okay, thank you. And my second question to you is, I know personally that when it comes to partners and promoting partners, a lot of times the communication manager, when there is no PR chair or a PR person responsible, is asked to make graphics as well. So I know that you also said that you want to engage the community and you want to have more people actually doing graphics and doing the communication. But in case you're not, let's say, able to uplift the community, how do you envision your role in helping with such promotion?
Yeah, so first of all, if it comes to partners, it's a very tricky topic because usually partners have their own visuals or their own very different type of content. For example, with Orange, you cannot compare the quality of Orange videos or the things you're sending. We don't have resources to do this type of content. So when it comes to partners, I would really push that they would be the ones responsible for the graphics, as it's easier for them to put our logo or adjust to our theme than for us to create the type of content they would be happy with. And I don't think like wasting time on trying to make things as them who have millions of budget on marketing, it doesn't make sense. So I would really push for the partners to provide the graphics. If they wouldn't, they would have to accept what I would create.
I'm really glad for that, thank you.
Bardzo Rzeczpospolitej, nie jestem byłem Poznań. Bardzo Rzeczpospolitej. Okay, so my first question is, there are many different styles and communication ideas within ESN and on the profiles of local sections, national organizations, you can see these different styles and communication ideas. And my question is, what communication ideas or styles from ESN International or other NOs would you like to implement in ESN program?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I did some screening or on other like ESN profiles and so on, and there are a lot of things that are like. I mainly like the good quality pictures which show the community we are creating, and I think it really embraces our vibe and shows who we are and allows people to feel what is ESN about. And but at the same time, I'm also a big fan of graphic designs. So making the content more graphical than like live pictures. So it would have to be balanced between those, and I would be happy to work on this with the team. And if it would be up to me, then I would definitely put on high quality pictures. And yeah, and if not, then maybe the graphic. The Canva, typical ones. Yeah.
Okay. My next question, where we want to be engaged in more youth-funded projects and stakeholders, and I think there's a key role for the communication manager here to collaborate with the president on this matter. And how do you plan to collaborate with the president and yourself in the scope of youth-funded projects that we currently have?
Yeah, so as Anya asked similar question, draft, then you have the final version approved and then you post it.
Okay. My next question is, you said that you want to establish more into LinkedIn, and this platform, from what I think, is most of the content there is like personal based, not organization based.
Like on Instagram, we are already established, and many other organizations are established as organization-based. And here are usually profiles of people. So are you planning to be engaged, or are you planning to engage other people as well to engage themselves, and not only us as an organization? And what's basically your plan here? And
I think if we would engage persons, it would be more beneficial for us, because then I think people would be more interested in some specific stories. And I think there will be people in the DSM who would be happy to share their stories and to share their experience from board members, coordinators, or local board members. And I think if they would be happy to collaborate, we could really use it on our LinkedIn profile to create stories, do the storytelling, and create the nice story on our LinkedIn.
okay, and my last question is, tell us your top 3 favorite content creators on your platform.
Like in general.
Could you tell us your top 3, your favorite
Influencers.
influencers, content creators on whatever platform you want?
Okay, so okay, so as I usually use Instagram, and I usually scroll for Instagram Reels. But no, like the accounts I follow, okay, maybe from the Polish ones. I really like Zoya, the one who goes on the mountains, you know? Yeah, she's very nice. I really like her content. And I really like the way she's creating the content, because it's simple, but also it draws attention. The others, I'm really bad at this, you know? I never remember names. But yeah,
You know the code?
Yeah, I mean, if I would have to point one, 3 is too much for me. But yeah, Zoya, I like her content. Yeah.
I send it to.
Hi, Demi. Yes, 1 second, please.
Okay, the biggest yes, okay. So final thing for me. So I would like to ask you, again, another thing that's, a president and the communication manager thinking. So communicating the external presentation of the president, not only, external to our partners as well, because I think it's quite important. If we will not communicate that we've been there, it's like we're not been there. So what's your ideas on that? How exactly our communication channels are super dedicated towards international students, but and this content is not like for international students. But yeah, how we can communicate it, in a good way.
Okay, which event exactly?
Any conference that the president is attending.
Okay, so for example, EGM. Okay, so from EGM, I would definitely just do the highlight. I would put storytelling. I actually attached my own, let's say, compilation of stories from EGM in the folder. I answered the question on Wiki. So I would imagine it like this, like a lot of stories, then putting it into highlight, and but stories with explanation. What are we doing here? Who is here? What topics are being brought? And yeah, this type of content and highlights. I'm a fan of highlights.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So for me, everything was covered, so I don't have any questions. So. We switched to Basia. I'm the last one.
Hi, I'm BW. Maya kind of took my question, but I will maybe rephrase it a little bit. Because I'm curious, how would you manage the thing not to create graphic yourself, right? Communication manager should be strictly strategic. How will you ensure? You probably know that it's often problematic on the local level, even. Let's imagine your PR team is not active and you need 10 graphics for like yesterday. What do you do?
Okay, then it's a crisis management, but I would try not to come to this point. What would I do before Or I would definitely give ownership. I think if you give people ownership of tasks, at least it worked very, very well in our session, as we also improved our PR team. If you give people ownership, you are doing graphics for this, you are doing graphics for this, and so on, and you put the deadlines, and you keep a safe space for deadlines, then usually you don't end up in the situation that you have graphics for yesterday. But if crisis management has to happen, then I would have to prioritize the things I have to do. I would reach out to my friends probably who are in PR teams or something, and I would try to do it as soon as possible, but I would definitely keep the deadlines at the correct, like with the good time, how to say it, just like have enough time to do the crisis management before the deadline. I would do it like this.
Second comment, I would say I'm pretty amazed that, again, you're from a different direction a bit, not a typical communication manager. It seems like you really know what you're talking about in terms of management. I think we need that, and I'm excited to see this in action. Good luck. Thank you so much.
Szymon Pieśniak, SNW Poznań. Two comments only. Well, what can I say?
Here we are. For the context, with Szymon, we joined the same section at the same time.
Back in 2021, to the section that had only 5 members active, and our major activity was doing parties for Erasmus students in Pravatka. Now you're here applying for the national board, so what can I tell you? Also, you were the vice president when I was local president. I'm so happy about that you're applying for the national board, to see you here right now. Like seeing your development from back like that what we had 4 years ago. Now you're applying for the communication manager in Poland. I'm so happy. Even if probably this is my last ESN event, I'm so happy about that. Like if you will be elected, you will continue developing ESN.
The amount of people from ESN we Poznań in the board has
So good luck and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now we move to the Audit Commission candidacies. And here we have one candidacy from Maja Kozłowska. So Maja, please come to the stage.
Hello, Joa? Hi? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so, hello guys. I hope you didn't have enough of me on this stage, because it's once more time me. So, if you don't know it by this time, I'm Maya. I'm a part of National Board as the treasurer. And as you might thought, that I don't want to stay in the national level, here I am again, but this time not MB. I think this chapter of my life is a bit closed after hitting so many icebergs like Titanic. But let's talk a bit about me. Who am I? If you don't know me yet, hello again, I'm Maya. But something maybe a bit specific, I hold a biotechnology degree from Wrocław University of Science and Technology. I have nothing to do with finances in my professional life. I'm obsessed with puzzles, love it absolutely. And if you didn't know it by this time, I work with kids. And working with kids is very specific, because if one kid has a problem, then they are like pimples. Every other kid also has the same problem or even more. And honestly, ESN works in a pretty similar way. So, my experience. If you were here exactly last year ago, I will cut my experience from my local board and just start from the national board, because that's actually something that changed. I'm a treasurer now, with my lovely 2 people sitting here, and also with my lovely 2 people, one sitting back there, and one I don't know where she is actually. Then I was the content team of CMs in Porto. I was a BFC content team. I participated in Educate Starter, which was really amazing for me and eye-opening. And I was a scrutineer of GA Dubrovnik, which I'm very proud of because it was truly amazing. But my goals. And if you don't know it yet, my candidacies are usually short as my presentations. So I will not bore you because I can see that most of you already want to get out of here. So I want to work on 3 main pillars. First, education of local sections on the work of the Audit Commission. As you know or don't, my last year goal was to educate local treasurers, which I'm happily announcing that I've been doing a good work, I think, about it. And I want to also continue this work, but with Audit Commissions. The second thing is to support the newly elected board of ES in Poland. We proposed a lot of changes as the national board. And I think it's really important for them to have someone to reach who actually was a part of making those changes and know where they come from and also how to implement them or what was the idea behind it. And the third part is changes in collaborations. I really want for the audit commissions on the local level to have some sort of community and be able to share their differences, share their knowledge, but also best practices, so they can collaborate with each other and then change themselves as well. I also think there is a bit of a lack of understanding what is the Audit Commission for, what are the rules, and what is the job about. So that's something I want to focus on. And thank you, and I'm waiting for your questions. And I hope you have some questions, because I didn't get anything on Wiki. Just a bit.
Okay, so the speakers is open, and while you are saying up, so Maya's words were. It wasn't in the open call. So Maya's words were people, pineapple, and Titanic.
Seems to be better on your phone. Yeah, it's all better.
I'm really disappointed nobody's signing up.
Hello. Okay, so my first question is about the current structure of audit and let's say what this was already brought before. Do you wish to continue the current way of, let's say, colors and tasks and
The grading.
Yes, the grading.
So, well, I work as a teacher, so I know what grades are all about and for. But I would say that changing the structure of the audit report and in general of the way audit works cannot be done by just either reducing the amount of gradings or deleting it completely. For sure, there has to be some kind of conversation because it was brought for some kind of reason, let's say. So if the colors are something that is so hurtful for everybody, then maybe we can exchange it in some other way to still have some opinion put out there, but not having like the direct grading. But I think this is something to be discussed with hopefully the full audit commission. So we'll see about it, but for sure a lot of input should be given by the other NOs, how the audit looks there, as well as in the international. And I think a lot of changes can be implemented based on those.
So my second question is about more of a role of AC.
Has finished. Thank you.
Should, let's say, the role of audit commission be limited to more of a procedural or, let's say, legal stuff? Similar, what I mean is similar to ESN International, or should it be kept more like it is now?
I really think that so far Audit Commission became some kind of a structure that is supposed to be giving the extensive TP to the new board.
instead of actually following the legal obligations as well as structures. So I think AC should focus more on acting upon the legal obligations, financial obligations, instead of just focusing on giving the TP and telling the new board how they are supposed to work.
What do you think might be the biggest challenge for the board next year, and how AC could help?
I think the changes in the regulations that were made will be a big challenge for the new board, because they are actually getting appointed with a lot of changes being done but not being implemented. And the outcomes of those changes may vary, and they really have to see how it goes and how they should implement it. So that's one of the things that I want to work for sure, because I was a part of those changes, so I do know what is the rationale behind it and how it was supposed to be done, let's say, by our idea. So I think that would be the help of the Audit Commission to a bit guide those changes, but also practices maybe not so much. For sure, first of all, I would like to establish some sort of community for the Audit Commissions, because I think that the moment when the Audit Commissions from the local sections don't feel alone, they will actually already be more visible a bit. But also I think we are lacking promoting a bit the position of the Audit Commission and the role. We are usually focusing on the regulations and obligations of the boards, but forgetting about the Audit Commission. They are like the ghosts for just pointing out the wrong stuff. So I think some education should be done, but also workshops could be nice on either training events or some sort of local sections event, training and integration trips. It could be also done.
Okay, thank you very much, and good luck.
Okay, so before Ivo, we would like to propose to close the speakers list. Is there an objection? The speakers list is closed, and we are not sleeping. Mateusz.
So Ivo Stamm, jestem UW Poznań. They asked my question, so I was going to comment. Having met you first on NAs and on a lot of the NAs, you seem wholehearted. But having met you then authentically started and having met you even more, I know that you have a very, very good heart. And just wanted to comment, I think you're the perfect candidate for this, and I'm really glad to see you here candidating. So yeah, good luck and have fun.
Hello, Anna and B. I have a question. Of course, such proposal, if it arises, could not be implemented at once. But do you think that we could have less audits, for example, one as is international, that would be beneficial?
Well, I think that first of all, the free audits are done for a reason, because there is a lot of things being done in ES and Poland to be checked about. One audit, I think it's a little bit too little. Maybe the minimum I would say would be 2. But then at the same time, judging from the perspective of the NB, how many documents and things I have to prepare for every single audit, when it just takes like only 3 months from the whole mandate, it's extensive, and I cannot imagine having to gather all of the documents from 1 year just for one audit. So this is something to think about. It didn't cross my mind yet, but I think it's a valid point to consider for later.
And I have a second comment. Well, me and Asha, we are very happy to see you still going strong and going for the AC. We're very happy, and we told you already in private, but maybe for everyone to hear that we are happy to see somebody that was in the treasurer position to be in the AC, hopefully elected, to actually properly audit as well and also have this perspective on this side of the NB.
Hi, hello, Tomasz Osowski, HR Committee Chair. You mentioned the AC community. We actually have something like that already. We meet like every 2 to 3 months. And I have a question: how do you have idea or something like that? How can you improve the whole process?
I think first of all, it should be a bit more frequent. It should be at least monthly for me. I also think that creating some kind of safe space for maybe not like common like calls or something for meetings for updating, but also just like a little bit of exchanging ideas, just a calm, chill thing that the ACs actually can just brainstorm. It would be nice. Something that I also use in my tutorial calls is sometimes I do workshops, and small ones, very short ones, about either some technical stuff or things. And I think it could be also implemented for the audit commissions, so the people are more comfortable in their role, and if they're more comfortable and confident, then they are also more confident to share it.
Thank you. And I just wanted to say that hopefully I can't wait to work together.
Now we can all go.
No. We are. Wait. I will tell you. Sorry, OC. I will take this. But the OC is here with our dinner. So the idea is that. Wait, I will show it to you on the slides. So now we will have feedback round. So. OC will give you your food. You can eat during the feedback round. The feedback round will be done. The feedback round will be done in the buddy families. So each buddy family is assigned a person who will be facilitating the feedback. So group 1 with Vera, group 2 with Krzysiek, group 3 with Bartek, group 4 with Kasia, group 5 with Michelle, and group 6 with Victoria. And the groups can be found here. I will try to also show it to you in a second so you can see them on the screen. And also, I will show you in the meantime which group is which so you are able I will try. Okay. And then Radek will do it, and okay. And I will also show the questions so you have it on hand. So yes, OC, do you have anything else to add? Okay.
Yes, just a quick announcement connected to the social program, because our agenda of plenary is prolonged. So the social program.
Guys, but listen, it's an announcement, okay?
Both board games night and city game will start at 9 p.m. Hopefully, there will be an announcement, of course, on our community. Yes, and please specifically for board games, because we have reservation and I have to postpone it. And the counting of our presence there, we don't want to be late. We'll send the list just so you share who signed up for the board games if you don't remember. Thank you.
So you have so just I will show it to you, so just look if you have not been able to find the link. This is group 1 with Vera. Can you stand up so people know? So group 1, Vera. Group 2 with Krzysiek. Yeah, he's back there. Group 3 with Bartek. Bartek, stand up, thank you. Group 4 with Kasia. Group 4. Group 5 with Michelle. She's standing there. And group 6 with Vika. Vika, where are you? There. Okay, amazing. So, yeah, and food is right outside, so you can get the food, come back to the facilitator and
Nie patrzyłem jeszcze, ale zaraz.
Bardzo fajna prezentacja.
Podoba Ci się?
Też nikt nie tak.
Aż tak! Chciałam się
Tak samo jest to ogrodnik. Tak,
ale nie, to
podasz mi klucza?
I think we can stop it already.
Oh, you stopped.
No, I didn't.
You didn't. Okay, perfect.
No. It was probably on when we were just talking here.
They wait.